Yo, what's up YouTube? Back another YouTube video, and we're here with a DMZ guide, and today we're here with a Black Mous Tier 5 Crack the Code mission. You can see the mission says, thanks to you, we now understand that Crown was involved in the construction of the DRC and Building 21. An informant said that there's a safe in the bunker factory wing that the Rhino and the Sniper are defending. We suspect it contains intel on Crown's involvement with the Koshai complex. There's a diamond-tipped drill reportedly found in the keypad locked room in the Alpha cluster. Figure out how to get that drill, open that safe, and extract the contents. Now your tasks are going to be to drill the safe in the factory wing using the diamond-tipped drill found inside the keypad locked room in the Alpha cluster, and you will have to extract the note found inside. Now, one thing I recommend before starting this mission is, if you can, try to get some good loot beforehand, like 3 plate vests, self-revives, and important stuff like that. If you have an operator saved with good loot, now may be a time to use it. If you have the KV broadside shotgun leveled up, I also recommend using that with Dragon's Breath rounds. Here's my class, and if you use this, it'll help you break the armor faster on the AI as well as armor on the Rhino. That way you can get easy kills on the mini bosses. But now that we've pretty much touched on all of that, we're going to spawn into Al Mazrah to start this guide. Now that we've spawned into Al Mazrah, you're going to want to make your way to an entrance to the Koshai complex. There is a total of 4 entrances that you can use. The locations will pop up now on screen, but there is one located on the top left side of the map, and this one is called the Oasis entrance. This is not marked on your map because it's a secret location, but it's located underground in that area. Next is a little bit to the right, which is the entrance by Tyrek Village, and the third one is located in the underpass underneath Rohan Oil. And then lastly, in my opinion, the best entrance is the one located in Al Mazrah City. This is going to be the one that I'm going to use throughout the remainder of this video. Now that you've picked whatever entrance, start your journey over to that location. Now, if you are going to the downtown entrance, I strongly recommend driving to some gas stations and looking for 1 car battery and 1 jumper cable before entering the complex. You can get lucky and find both items in 1 gas station, but if you don't, you have a high chance of finding these items in other gas stations. So let's say if you spawn far away from downtown, on your drive over there, just try to drive to the gas stations and look on the shelves, and you should have no problem finding them. But you need to do this because once you get in the bunker to open doors, you will need to make a makeshift power supply with those items. You will find 1 jumper cable and 1 car battery inside the bunker, but just know for now you do need to find an extra pair of them before spawning in. So now that you have found those items, drive to the entrance and load in. This may take a couple minutes and you may encounter several loading screens, but now that we've spawned in officially to the Koshai complex and you're officially underground, there is no PvP as of right now. That's only when you get in the chemical plant, but here's going to be all AI, so I'm just going to leave you guys with this gameplay, and I'll pick up with you once you make it towards the end here.
Ultra One, we've lost visual on your location. Use any markers you can find to navigate through the area.
Now here you can see we are encountering a sentry gun, so destroy that and look around in this area for another car battery and jumper cables. It can be on this lower platform here or on the upper platform, but it's going to be somewhere in this room. And look for some night vision goggles as well. If you can't find any, there will be AI that will drop them in the chemical plant, but one pair should always spawn somewhere in here. But now that we are towards the end of this place, you can now use one pair of jumper cables and a car battery here and push the button to open the door. And once you open the door, you will be open to the chemical plant. This is your hub in between all of the other entrances, and in this area you may encounter other players, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. But once you enter the chemical plant, go to your right and pass this G or 6 symbol and make your way to this area, which you will see a little room here, and on this bench inside you will find the R4D detector, which you have to pick up to use in a little bit. Now that you have picked it up, follow my path to the Alpha Cluster, which is the entrance that has a C/1 over it. Now when running here, you're going to notice in a second it's going to say no power on this button here. You're going to keep running down here until you see the insert jumper cables and car battery. That's where you're going to put your last pair, then run back to the button to open the door. Now I almost forgot to do this, but now we're going to go back to where we found the R4D detector, and it's pretty easy. Just go back down to the edge of the hall and run down, and you're going to find that room where you found the R4D detector. That's where you're going to want to look for your factory admin key in one of these zigzag pattern crawl spaces. You can see I'm going to find it right here, no problem. But there is one crawl space in front of that little room where you found the R4D detector. There's also a crawl space behind it. So however crawl space you find it, it's always going to spawn in one of those. Run back now towards Alpha Cluster when the door opens. And here's where you're going to encounter your sentry gun, as well as these little maze-like patterns. So deal with the sentry gun and everything else, and I'll pick up with you guys when we make it towards the inside of Alpha Cluster. Now, Alpha Cluster is a very large area filled with a bunch of stuff in it. I recommend killing all the AI and disabling all these laser traps that are in one side of the room. Now, I'm going to let this gameplay play out with no edits and no cuts right now, just so you can kind of see where all the traps are at and kind of what to expect. And I'll pick up with you guys once we end up finding these double sentry guns that are going to be located in front of the keypad locked door.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire. Ultra One, be advised. Hostile active. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Moving.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Moving. Got lethals here. Moving here. Got some good loot here. Moving.
Here you can see we are on this little catwalk area, and to be honest, I don't really know how I got here. All I know is just follow the catwalk area, and that will lead you towards one side of the room that has the double sentry guns. You're gonna notice that I'm looking over here to the left because I saw these red lasers and I thought they were other players. However, this is just the double sentry guns. So what you're gonna want to do here is pretty much deal with all the AI and the sentry guns, and that will have the key padded locked room that they're guarding. So this is very important that you take these out. That way you're not taking damage and stuff like that, obviously. And plus, you never want to leave sentry guns there because they're just going to keep shooting at you. But you're going to see here, for whatever reason, I can't shoot. There's like an invisible wall there from that machine that's in front of me. You can see we destroy this sentry gun right about now. And then there's an elevator that drops some AI. We kill those enemies. And now that you've done all that, you can run up to this keypad locked door with your R4D detector and pretty much just aim the R4D detector above the keypad. You're going to see me do that right about now. I'm just trying to ping this 3-play vest for my teammate. You can see right here I have symbols D, B, and A. There is a lowercase b and an uppercase b, so just keep that in mind. But write down whatever symbols you see right here, right now. They are completely random per game. They're not always going to be the same. So you can see, like I said, I have the letters D, lowercase b, and A. I write that down. And what's going to happen here for this puzzle is you really just have to run around the room and look for these chalkboards that are going to have your corresponding symbol with a corresponding number for that symbol. For example, if you run around, you might find a chalkboard that says D equals 6. So then you know that your first number is going to be 6. And here you can see right underneath the door is your first chalkboard. And here you can see I found A, and I found here that A equals 8. Now this is the pattern you're going to want to look for. You can see I circled it here with this red ink, and you can see my symbol here is A, and there's arrows in game that point towards the number 8. And you can see here I did an arrow signifying my symbol as well as my corresponding number. This is the pattern that you're going to want to look for, and it's not that hard, to be honest. I know it's probably going to look super intimidating once you get in game, but trust me, it's not that difficult. I do want to note, this may be random. I don't know if A will always represent the number 8, but when you're in game, just look for a letter / symbol. As you can see here, mine is A, and then look for arrows that point toward a number or something like that. And I do want to note, this is completely random. In your instance, you might not even have the letter A, so in this case, this chalkboard will be useless, and then you'll just have to look at the other chalkboard locations to find another symbol. So now what I'm going to do is let this play out, and I'll jump in occasionally to show you guys another pattern, and then eventually I'll come back towards the end when we open the keypad locked door.
Ultra One, be advised, threats are moving into the area.
Contact!
So you can see I'm approaching my second chalkboard, and this one is uppercase B with arrows going towards the number 0. And for me, this one is pretty useless because I don't have uppercase B as one of my symbols / letters, so I don't need this. This is just useless information for me. But I'm going to move on from here, and you're going to see me find my third chalkboard in a second. And you can see right here, we found it, and this one does have the letter D that I need with arrows pointing towards 6. So I'm going to pause it right now. You can see here, the lower side does have the symbol, which is the letter D, and then it has arrows pointing to the number 6, and there's an arrow going down from the number 6 pointing to the symbol. So you can see it's pretty easy to identify, just like the first one. So now we know that our first number is 6. We don't know our middle number, but we know our third number is 8. So far all we have to do is find the lowercase b symbol, and then we'll be fine. So here you can see we're approaching our fourth chalkboard, and this one for me was just a useless one. This one didn't really have a symbol or anything that I needed, so I ended up just skipping this one.
Contact!
So this is the 5th one that I found, and this chalkboard didn't really have anything useful for me. I checked different angles to see, maybe just to check, but again, at the end of the day, this one didn't really have anything of use for me, so I'm gonna end up just skipping this one right now.
Moving here. Moving here.
Now here you can see my teammates gonna ping the 6th chalkboard, and this is gonna be the last one for me. And you can see my symbols here are lowercase b, and that's my last symbol that I needed, and the corresponding number with the arrows pointing towards number 4. So now I know my code is 648. Obviously, D is the left first number, B is the middle number, and A is the right third number. Now what we're gonna do is, there is a 7th chalkboard, which unfortunately I forgot to show because I had found all my numbers in my code already, but just know there is a 7th one somewhere around here. There are other YouTube videos that show all the locations, but I'm gonna run back to the keypad locked door here where the sentry guns were guarding it earlier. Now you're gonna go over here, and this is where you have to input your code. Again, this is just me showing that my code with the numbers and stuff that I have to put in. Now here you're gonna see it. I'm gonna enter the access code, which is gonna be 648 for me. And now once you open this door, you're gonna see the diamond tipped drill inside here, and then you're also gonna find the heated mass muzzle for the blueprint. And if you need any of that, obviously grab it, but the main takeaway is the diamond tip drill that we're gonna need in order to open the safe after we kill the rhino and the sniper. So now we're leaving the alpha cluster and we're back in the chemical plant, and we're running straight across, pretty much back where we found the R4D detector. Notice right here the G/6 symbol on that piece of machinery, and you can see here I saw lasers. I didn't know if this was real players or not, or if it was just AI, so I just decided to kill them that way. There was no doubt in my mind. But run down here and then go to your left, and you will find this D/2 sector of the bunker. And once you find this is where you're going to want to put your keys to open the admin wing of the factory. You can see this is the factory admin wing key that we found earlier. We're going to insert it right here, and this is going to open the door, which is going to have a sentry gun posted right here in the corner. Destroy that, and then you're going to make your way into the factory admin. You can go through those 2 double doors that I was about to run through, or you can skip a little bit ahead and just jump down here through this little empty glass windowless area, I guess. But once you go here, you pretty much just got to follow your path towards the right. You're going to see it right here. Open these double doors and continue just following the rooms along the side, and it's not that hard. You can't get lost here. Now I am going to let this gameplay play out, and I'll pick up with you guys right before we make it to the rhino boss fight.
Assault rifle here.
Now that you are approaching your last 2 sets of double doors here, you're going to enter the factory wing where the boss is located. You can see these yellow vats/containers. This is how you know you're near the rhinoceros and the sniper. So the rhino's going to be right here with his riot shield. You can see I'm going to throw a shock stick, and you just use your Dragon's Breath shotgun, have your teammates shoot at him as well, and look at that, the easiest kill you'll ever see on the rhino. But now that you've killed him, make a beeline back towards where you came from, but there's going to be a new double doors that are open right here with this green light above them. Go up here. Now watch out, because you do have to defuse this little tripwire trap. And once you defuse that, there are going to be AI up here as well as the sniper. And be careful, because you can see teammates are setting off laser traps here. You can tell whose first time it was inside the complex. But all you're going to want to do is try to disable those. And then what you can do is shoot at the sniper until they throw their smoke grenade which means they're gonna relocate to the next area. So you're gonna see it in a little bit right here. I'm gonna do enough damage. They're gonna throw smoke. That's how you know it's safe to push. And you can see this teammate just keeps running through the laser traps. So I'm trying to stay away so I don't get down. There's also gonna be AI pushing forward. And again, just tell your teammates to be very careful when running here. We tried to tell our teammate, however, they kept running through. And if you've seen other YouTube videos of me completing this, you know that the best approach to this is just going prone and disabling all the traps first and then doing damage to the boss and stuff like that. But you're going to see here my teammate Dan Berber's trying to do it, but we end up just going for damage on the sniper. And I believe we actually kill him when he's running away in this little area hallway. You can see Dan Berber goes for the push here, and both of them pretty much kill him right there in that hallway. And you can see both of them get down by the trip mine traps. Now I do take a second to loot, don't mind me just getting a stealth because Lord knows that I'm gonna need it here. But you can see I'm gonna res my teammates, and to the right we are gonna have the dead body of the sniper. You're gonna notice it right here, and he is gonna drop a key that you're gonna want to pick up if you want reward loot at the end. That's the secure room key. But just know there are still traps here. You can see I almost set these off. Now what you're gonna want to do is disable all of these, and I'm just gonna let this play out until we make it towards the end. So I'm gonna pick up with you guys in like 30 seconds.
Moving here. Moving here.
Ultra One, be advised. Hostile activities increasing in the area.
So here's the final room here, and if you kill the sniper like we did, obviously this is going to be empty, but if you do a little bit of damage and then he relocates here, this will always be his final stand area, so you can always kill him in here. But what I recommend is just running around here, disabling all these traps just in case. You know, last thing you need is a team to push you and then you go to run over here and you end up downing yourself because of the traps. You're going to notice right here on my left in this room, this is where you're going to find the safe. And this is where the diamond tip drill comes into play. Now this is going to take a long time, something like 4 minutes I think, for the whole safe to open. And what you're going to want to do is just stay next to it. AI will respawn kind of like in Al Mazrah, where the AI drop from helicopters to attack you since you're opening a safe. That's kind of thing's going to happen, but I'm going to skip forward now to us opening it, where you're gonna find your note that you need to extract from the safe. Now you're gonna see us open the safe, and I did tell my team to let me do it first, but you know, they just wanted to see what the loot was inside of it. Now you can see here in about a couple seconds I'm gonna be able to actually look inside the safe and then show you guys what's in it. You can see there's gonna be some vest, comms vest, medic vest, everything, but the bunker note is really all you care about. And what you're going to want to do is put that secure room key that you picked up as well, open that. And if it's your first time here, you will get a weapons case from the Koshai complex here on the counter. You also have a bunch of loot here, as you can see. So make sure to grab everything since you did all the work for this. Since you obviously killed all the mini bosses, went to Alpha Cluster, did all the work. Grab all of that and now make your way to an exfil. As long as you have that bunker note in your inventory, you should be fine. Here you can see we are exfilling, and this is pretty much the easiest part of the mission so far, is just getting to your exfil. Again, when you're in the chemical plant, you can't run into other players, so keep that in mind. They may try to kill you towards the end and take your stuff. But here you can see we made it. We got our successful exfil. We're going to get our weapon case reward, which I think I'm 5 out of 6 in terms of rewards. We're going to see it right now. Yep, 5 out of 6. And then we're also going to see right now after this screen my mission progress. Now you're going to see it right here. Crack the code is complete. So that's the last Black Mous mission guide. So hopefully you found that useful. But if you did find this video useful, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss another video. Follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/MonkeyJam0. I will be uploading raw gameplay with no camera cuts and probably no audio depending on what I decide to do. But I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.